What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I am back in the building, honey. And this time, honey, I am back to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 12, episode 2. Once again, ain't no motherfucking Nene in sight. So, in my opinion, episode was a little bit boring, honey, but we will get right to it, honey. First off, I have some Real Housewives of Potomac news. You probably have already heard it from one of your favorite YouTubers. They probably didn't already reported on it, but now I got to put my stank on it, honey. We already know that when it comes to Real Housewives of Potomac, there have been some issues between Candace and Monique, honey, okay? Apparently, honey, they done got into a physical altercation. They're saying Monique Samuels, honey, that is being charged, honey, with second-degree assault, okay? Allegedly, she dragged Candace's ass the way she had threatened to on the last season. And honey, I'm not here for all of this violence, okay? But Monique says, well, not Monique, honey, her attorney is saying that, she was just defending herself, because Candace has displayed aggressive and belligerent behavior in the past. Y'all know they was referring to Candace in the butter knives with Ashley, that whole thing. Was Candace being violent with Ashley? No. She was trying to get the bitch up out her house. Ashley's ass would not leave, kept dogging Candace, kept saying it was her mama's house, She was being a bitch to Candace in her house. So, Ashley got what she got. Monique. Okay, let me just say how I feel about these ladies, okay? I know most people, from what I have heard in different reviews, and from where I just hear, regular YouTube news on these reality stars, most people, they like Monique. She is the favorite. She's the one that's married. She's the one with the family. She looks all wholesome. A lot of people don't like Candace. They don't like her mother. They feel she's spoiled, entitled, a brat, so on and so forth. Okay? I know what you're waiting on. You want to hear what I got to say, okay? First off, I'm going to say this. Both ladies, I feel, is wrong. Okay, I haven't seen the footage. I can just talk about, what I think happened, who I think is wrong. But first off, they're both wrong, because I just feel like on these type of shows, y'all need to argue better with your words. Why the fuck is this shit getting so physical? Like, I feel like that's so unnecessary on a Housewives show, okay? The whole thing with Porsha dragging Kenya, that was necessary, though, because Kenya just kept tap dancing on Portia's last nerve, honey, and Porsha dragged her motherfucking ass off that stage. Now, see, that was about the only time I was here for the violence, honey, okay? Other than that, it's a little unnecessary. Okay, so that's how I feel about that, but I feel like Monique is fake to me. She comes off, in my personal opinion, she comes off like she's always preaching to Candace, and she's so mature. And she kept trying to preach to Candace last season. I think there was a time where, where the hell was they at? They was at that damn thing for Katie. Y'all know when they had the damn cowboy hats on. Okay? They was at the hoedown at Katie's house or whatever, her farm or whatever the fuck they was at. And Monique just kept trying to critique Candace. Well, you're not listening, and, you don't listen when people try to tell you the truth about yourself. She was overly defensive. I don't give a fuck what nobody says of Ashley. Like, why are you defending this bitch when this bitch tried to convince everybody and their mama last season, well, now it would be a couple of seasons ago, that you were an alcoholic and you couldn't wait for your next drink. Like, she really tried to put you out there like that, and you forgave her. Okay, that's cool, but to me, Monique, you were just going too hard for Ashley. And then you also would play both sides, okay? Because you would also, like, laugh at jokes about the shit that Michael was doing to Ashley and the whole touching the cameraman's butt, and you would laugh and get in the middle of that with different cast members. But then when Ashley is around, you acting like you didn't laugh or you wasn't talking about it either. Girl, you just fake as hell. To me, she's too pretentious, you guys. It's too much of a, I want you to think that I'm this good person. I don't like people like that. Let me decide if you a good person, okay? All right, I will decide that by your character. But yeah, she was just preachy to Candace last season. Wasn't here for it. I do not feel she really understands how it feels like to have a narcissistic mother. You guys know I relate to Candace in that way, with how overbearing and controlling her mother is. Now, yes, Candace needs to, like, leave her mother alone and walk away from the money if she doesn't want any more to do with the toxic relationship with her mother. So I get that Candace needs to take, more responsibility with that. But at the same time, people need to understand that is her mother. It's very hard to walk away from your mother. It actually takes some time. It takes some strength. It takes some patience. It takes kindness from others, your friends, to have your back. And to me, the only person that really cares about Candace is Karen on that show, honestly. The rest of them bitches could care less. And Monique is included in that. I just feel like Monique just wants to tell everybody how to act, and, you should do this, and you should act like this, and you're not mature. And Monique, you're not mature. All of this, well, I'll drag your ass pregnant and all. And I remember Candace was like, well, do it, bitch. You keep talking about it, do it. And it's just like, Monique, you were wrong. You don't need to threaten to drag this woman. This shit is not that big of a deal, sis. Okay, like, you shouldn't have even been in that conversation with Candace and Karen, but you got your ass over there, and I just remember that. You kept trying to have this last word. You kept trying to act like you was an authority. And now that this shit is legal and you could probably get in some trouble for your actions, I just hope that you guys, let me just say this. I really hope neither one of them gets into any serious trouble. I still haven't seen what happened. I may change my mind based off of what I see, but I just feel like the shit is going too far at this point. I am Team Candace, so hopefully, in my opinion, I want Candace to win this, or I'll settle for both of them, not putting their hands on each other. I really would settle for that because I feel like it's really petty. But Monique, you gotta stop with this whole, I'll drag you, and you get all in your feelings and shit, and I'll do this and I'll do that. No, girl, you got 3 kids. You need to learn to be walking your ass on the way, okay? It's okay to let a hoe get you frustrated. That's okay. That's normal. That's life. But learn to walk away and shut your ass up. So I just got to see more of this, you guys. I cannot wait for the Real Housewives of Potomac, honey. But that is all I have to say on them, okay? So now let's get to these Real Housewives of Atlanta ladies, okay? Okay, y'all. Y'all know I'm eating my popcorn, my gummy bears. So if you hear that, that's what the fuck it is. Y'all know your girl by now. First off, we got Cynthia, Kandi, and Porsha. They're all meeting together to discuss how Kenya's nosy ass blew the secret off of the whole Sincerely situation. Y'all remember the girl Sincerely said she never met Dennis, never messed with him, this, that, and the third. And Cynthia, Eva, and Kandi were going to all tell Porsha together, but Kenya ruined that. So that's why they had this little lunch with Porsha. Porsha, you said one of the dumbest things ever I've heard in my life. And I hope you are not returning to that dumb, busy ass bitch that you were when you first got on here. I liked you then, Porsha. I did. But when you get to saying shit, y'all know she already said dumb shit about the Underground Railroad, okay? She done said the dumb shit about the 265 days a year. Okay, we didn't let certain stuff slide, Porsha. But I didn't hear with my good ears that you said to Kandi and Cynthia, oh, I don't know if I'm having another baby because I don't want to have two child's fathers. I don't want two baby dads. Porsha, that's the dumbest shit that I have heard. You do not stay with a man because you had your first child with him. Okay? You don't do that. There are lots of women in the world. Look at Eva. She didn't stay with that silly ass Kevin McCall, that crazy ass, I should say. Crazy ass Kevin McCall, and keep making children and say, well, I want all my kids. But, you say some of the dumbest, most naive things, Porsha. And I hope you are not sticking to that. I hope that is not your logic in this situation. Because Miss Diane need to pull your ass to the side. Okay? And have a few conversations with your ass. That's the dumbest shit ever. You do not stay with a man that is disrespecting you. Okay? So Dennis is doing this shit, Porsha, in the beginning. It's not like y'all been together 5-6 years. Y'all done went through hard times with each other, and y'all just hit a low point and he cheated and, you done did some shit too. It's not like that. Your shit is starting out before the marriage. And you really should have probably got married first. I'm not really big on telling folks to get married, but hell, you probably could have seen all this shit without having a baby. Okay, but he put that baby in your ass and he got the clowning and acting a fool because he knew that he already prepped you with all them goddamn gifts from last season. Okay, you can't tell me nothing different, honey. So Porsha goes on and on about how, she trusted Dennis. Like I said before, you did not give this relationship, Porsha, enough time to look at it objectively. You're one of those women where you feel all excited inside and, your clock was ticking. You wanted to get married. You wanted to have the baby. Kandi sitting up there. Well, if it's just cheating, can't you get past that? A lot of people get through cheating. We'll see how you feel, Kandi, when it comes back about Ty. We'll see if you can keep that same attitude, sis. We'll see about that. But Porsha, you moved too fast and you played yourself. Period. Okay? Porsha lets Kandi and Cynthia know she didn't put Dennis out. He's not there right now. She feels like he has betrayed her and the whole family. So that's where that is. So she tells them some shit about Porsha. She tells Cynthia and Kandi some shit about how, she just wants to co-parent with Dennis and, make all the right decisions for PJ, and she comes first and, she gonna have to put her feelings on the back burner. Some more bullshit. Don't do that. Put yourself first. Okay? I understand you needing to co-parent with your daughter's father. I am not against it. But don't put yourself on the back burner. Because a lot of people do this and they think that they're doing a service to the child. You're doing a disservice because if you work things out with Dennis, he may not stop cheating. He, may put you in worse situations to embarrass you and fuck up, your good name, your reputation. So you go put all that on the hold for your daughter. Like, no, if I was her, I wouldn't even allow Dennis to move back in the house right now. That motherfucker, well, number one, Miss Robinson wouldn't be with his ass no way, because you looking like a fast food worker, honey. Dennis, what fast food place you work at? Is it Steak and Shake, honey, or is it Wendy's? You let me know. But I'm just saying I wouldn't even be bothered with him. But if you go be bothered with him, give this nigga 90 days or something. Give him some type of time limit to, prove to you that he is on some real shit, and this whole thing of, well, I just got to put my daughter first. You better put yourself first. And, you can still co-parent, let him see the child. But, no, ma'am, you are in charge of the situation, Porsha. So we got Eva. She's getting her makeup on. That Eva is such a beautiful woman. She's gorgeous. Anyways, she talks about how Porsha has been on maternity leave and she's been there filling in for her quite some time. I like Porsha on the show, you guys. I think she's, very fun and witty. But I feel like Eva is really good for the show too. And Eva is, in my opinion, more intellectual and more articulate. And I heard that they will be taking a Ricky Smiley morning show. Is it to Texas or something? So I wonder, is Eva gonna be going, will she be going to Texas or wherever? Houston. Yeah, Houston, Texas. I wonder, will she be going there? I wonder how that's gonna work. I hope she's not leaving the show, because we need you, Eva girl. So we have Eva and Cynthia. They're on the phone. Cynthia calls Eva up as she getting her makeup done. And Cynthia's letting Eva know that word got back to Kenya about Eva mentioning why she didn't bring her kids around Kenya. And, Kenya was offended about it. And Eva is just like, honey, I will gather these girls, okay? It's not a big fucking deal. The last time I motherfucking checked, they are my kids, and I can do whatever I want to. And I'm Team Eva. Porsha. You shouldn't have did that. And then you did that shit. You carried that bone back. Why? Because you trying to be good with some bitch that you ain't never been cool with. Like, her and Kenya can be cordial all day, you guys. I don't see them ever being friends. I'm not one of these reviewers that's going to tell you I want them to be friends or I want them to be cordial, if they could do that. But I'm not one of these people that's like, oh my God, I'm so happy they both mothers. And because they ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Being friends is about, having the same characteristics as somebody, being a nice person. Y'all know how I feel about Kenya. I don't feel like she would be that genuine. Because like I told you all, when Kenya first got on here, she really had no reason to dislike Porsha. She kept calling that girl dumb and stupid. And yeah, Porsha's a little special in the head, but to me, she was like really angry, like with her shit and jealous, that this woman is married and you got to beg somebody to marry your ass. They had that whole thing going. So, it is what it is, but Porsha, you shouldn't have did that shit. Those are Eva's kids. She don't want them around this crazy ass twirl. I mean, could you blame her? Okay. And really, quick, Kenya, your ass is backwards because you're upset with Eva that she didn't invite her kids to your little Barbie party. But yet, I remember at your Barbie party, you didn't allow a man to hold your daughter. As a parent, you were very particular about who held your daughter. So you should you should have understood where Eva was coming from. Okay, if she doesn't know you that well or, doesn't have a connection with you, why would she want her children to be around you? And everybody's excuse is, oh, well, it wasn't that big of a deal. How you gonna tell somebody what's a big deal to them? And the party ended up being about Kenya and her exposing this sincerely situation. So, come on. So next, honey, we got Kenya and that beautiful baby Brooklyn, honey. Kenya is playing with baby Brooklyn. And guess who she ends up getting on the phone? Oh my God, I can't fucking believe it. Oh my God. I swear I can't believe it. Miracles do happen, honey. Oh my God, the man actually picked up the motherfucking phone, honey. He's on FaceTime asking, can he see his child, honey? It's really real, like he's here. I don't have to see you talking to the damn voicemail. Well, I'm sure that won't be the last voicemail your ass do. But I'm just happy, you guys. I was clapping like a motherfucker up in this bitch yesterday when I seen that. Kenya shares with us that Marc sometimes makes her feel like, he's been a father before. He has 2 kids from a prior relationship and, she doesn't know anything. And I can understand where she's coming from because sometimes people do go overboard with that. But Kenya, you're already wrong with this whole Eva thing. With this whole being protective of a kid. So Marc, honey, on the other hand, he was not feeling how Kenya had that child's hair. I didn't feel like the child's hair looked bad. I don't know. Marc said that baby Brooklyn looked like a boy. And, he was kind of critiquing Kenya on that. I thought that was a bit much because I felt like the baby looked cute. She did have on, what was that, blue or something? So I don't know, child, but I didn't see no problem. So baby Brooklyn, she ends up crawling to Marc while Kenya has him on FaceTime. That was really cute. And then Kenya had mentioned the baby went to swimming, and Marc was like, well, how did the swim lesson go? And she was like, oh, it was so good. And, she swims better than anybody. She's doing really good. And Marc was like, oh, so you're in competition with other children. Kenya, I caught that. You don't have to say all of that. You could just say that, baby Brooklyn is doing good. I kind of see what Marc is talking about with you. Maybe it's how you word things, child. But that whole, well, she's doing better than everybody in the class. And that could be just too much for people. They don't want their baby competing with other children. It's not a competition. But some people, you guys, they really don't know no better. They look at things like that. And it is kind of an expression. Oh, my child doing better than some people are just like that. So they need to work on their communication from what I'm seeing. Because it looks like the shit that he says, it bothers Kenya. The shit she says bothers him. It looked like a little bit of walking on eggshells for these two, honey. Okay? Okay, honey. So next we got Cynthia and Noel, honey. They are driving. Look like maybe Cynthia didn't pick Noel up, honey, from the airport. Y'all know she goes to school out of town. Cynthia, what the hell is this? I'm hearing that you got Noel staying with Mike Hill. And you ain't nowhere to be found up in L.A. That is not cool, Miss Bailey, okay? Yes, that man seemed like he may be a good stepdad, but them living alone together without you there, Cynthia, is sketchy. And I would not do it, okay? But that is what you want to do. Basically, we learned from Noel everything is going good with college. We also learned, honey, that Noel is sexually fluid, honey. She is into the young ladies. Because did y'all hear Cynthia? She was like, well, when I first helped you move in, it was a lot of cute boys. And Noel was like, well, shit, I saw some cute girls. I don't know about no damn boys. I was like, oh, shit, what the fuck going on? See, Cynthia, that's what your ass get, okay? You was grinding that pussy all over Kandi. And now look. Look at where your daughter is doing, honey. She wants to do the same things, honey. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But I was kind of shocked. I was like, well, goddamn. But at least Noel knows, you guys, what she likes. She's not pretending to like boys, not pretending to like girls. Hell, she like both. Whatever floats her boat that day. Okay, I ain't nothing wrong with it. Okay, Cynthia, you really can't see nothing wrong with it because the shit you was doing all last year. And, honey, I think Cynthia is by her damn self. What do y'all think about that? I do, because Cynthia be wanting to be near that cootie cat, honey. I know you like Mike Hill, honey, but you like that cootie cat too, honey. Okay. I like how Noel got Cynthia's ass together about that whole situation with her mother and Peter. She was like, I don't never want to be in nothing unhealthy like that. I even thought you had low self-esteem. And they showed that clip, and Cynthia had that dumbfounded look on her face. Noel was speaking the truth, honey, and Cynthia did not want to hear it, honey, but it is the truth. Not Cynthia. Noel said, I don't ever want to settle down with a man like that, we're having all those type of issues, and I don't want to ever settle, for nothing like that. So, very smart girl, and I loved her hair. It's so pretty. Okay, so y'all, next we got Marlo and Kandi. They are at Sky Zone, it looks like. Marlo has her 3 nephews with her, and then Kandi is there with little Ace. So, they greet each other, and then the kids go off and play. And Marlo lets us know, honey, that she is going to be a auntie, a mother and an aunt, to her 3 nephews, because their mother was getting ready to go to a mental ward. One of the nephews called Marlo and said, hey, auntie, I need you to come get us. And, they're going to take my mom away. Apparently, her sister struggles with bipolar and schizophrenia, which that is a lot. both of them motherfuckers together is a bitch. So if she got both of them, woo, child. But yeah, I'm proud of Marlo for being a caring person, helping out her nephews. I don't think we really get to see this side of Marlo. Kandi had mentioned to Marlo, it'll be good if we could kind of get to know you. We always get to know you through Nene, and you always kind of up her ass. And Marlo is like, no, it's not like that, She's going to always have Nene's back, y'all. Period. That's her girl. That's, her connection to the show. Hell, it is what it is. I don't have no issue with, their friendship. I am, however, a little concerned for the kids because I just wonder, has Marlo really thought all this through? Taking care of one child is enough, but 3, I think the one child she only watches for like part-time because the mother is in dental school. So I guess it's 2 mothers, she has to deal with. But, it's just all about Marlo. You need a deeper purpose in life anyways. And I just wonder, are you going to step up, for the occasion and carry this out? So far, it looks like, you plan on doing that, but we know how you are, Marlo. We know you live for the mall, girl. And we know you live for, shopping, and buying the most expensive shit. So you got this whole superficial lifestyle, honey. Hopefully these kids ground her, you guys. And Marlo begins to be more relatable and likable and more human, and instead of, well, I got this bag and I got these shoes. And like, sometimes, you guys, don't get me wrong, she looks very nice, but I don't like bitches that always talk about how they look, what labels they got on. I don't like that shit. Bitch, shut up and get some real problems. So I just hope it all works out for her. Okay, so next we got Porsha and Shamia. They pretty much have a play date, with their kids. They're having some wine coolers and gossiping about how Porsha, a damn fool, let Dennis spend the night. Girl, why the hell are you doing that? Why? You are easy prey, Porsha. I try to work with your ass, but I can't. Damn, like, can you at least play hard to get, bitch? Okay? Don't be letting him... The child had a doctor's appointment, okay? Pilar had a doctor's appointment. Dennis brought up, well, hell, you want to... After the appointment, I guess he's like, hey, you want to get some liquor? Portia's like, yeah, cool. Next thing you know, they at home watching a movie. Next thing you know, something else going on. Porsha, this is all a no. Because if you start back kicking it with him right off the back and right away, he ain't going to learn nothing for the crime that he committed, honey, okay? Damn. I'm so sick of hearing this I'm human shit. Because Shamia is just like, well, it sounds like you guys are trying to work things out. And Porsha talking about, oh, no, we only had sex because I'm human. Girl, we're all human. But didn't nobody tell you to drop them drawers? And while you was dropping them goddamn drawers, you should have been thinking about Dennis with that other woman. Okay, that's how you do that. You should have said, nigga, I want you to take my drawers off the way you took that other bitch drawers off. Okay? See, if you're fucking with a bitch like Miss Robinson, I got a way of making sure them niggas never forget what they did, okay? Why don't you kiss me, okay, the way you kiss that other bitch? Look, honey, Dennis would not want to come back home fucking with me, okay? Porsha, you a good one, because I would have been, whatever he did. Oh, you opening the door? The way that bitch opened the door, huh? And that's how you went into her house and fucked her, huh? Like, I would have just went all in on Dennis's ass, honey. So Porsha mentions to Shamia that Dennis mentions to her that he wants to go to counseling and this, that, and the third. I really love the bob, you guys, that Porsha had in her hair while she was talking to Shamia. I thought she looked really pretty. I wouldn't even be going to counseling with his ass, but you know, she agreed to it. She wants to get to the bottom of everything. She just wants him to be honest about everything, because she feels like if she doesn't know everything he's done, then what is he really sorry for? What am I forgiving? Good point. You know, so girl, this is how Dennis is thinking, honey. He got them draws and now y'all is on the right page. That's how a lot of these men think, honey. Okay? Next, we got Kenya and Cynthia. This goddamn Kenya is a goddamn fool. Can't close the goddamn door to her damn car. What is that, a Tesla or something she got? Got the goddamn car door open. I love that blazer Kenya had on. That bitch looked clean. Y'all know I don't like that bitch. But the bitch was cleaner than a motherfucker with that blazer she had on. I loved it. Loved the what was it? No, it's not no damn fur. Little feathers on the side of it, whatever you want to call it. Real pretty. Love that color too. So we have this little energy shop thing, you know, where they got sage and all this other shit that, you know, represents energy. Honey, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's get to the issue at hand with Cynthia and Kenya. Kenya is in her feelings about Eva not inviting her kids. Kenya, they are her motherfucking kids, okay? Same way you make decisions for baby Brooklyn, Eva has to make decisions for her children. If she don't know you that well, then she has every right, like Cynthia was agreeing to. Because Cynthia is pretty much on Eva's side. She understands that, you know, it's really not that big of a deal. You know, but Kenya all in her feelings. Well, she don't know me like that, and I never did nothing to her. Kenya, the way that you are carrying on and making this bigger than what it is, now it is an issue, okay? So now we have a bigger reason for why Eva didn't want the kids around you. Because look at how you're acting. You making shit a bigger deal than what it is. You always have to be so damn dramatic. It's really not that serious. So next we got this scene with Eva, who is what? What is she? About 7 months, you guys? She said she only had 2 more months to go. She looked damn good. Eva, you carry a baby really well. You're just so fucking beautiful. Anyways, they end up talking about the situation with Kenya. And they're at this bridal shop. Y'all know Cynthia can't get enough of that, honey. But they end up talking about, you know, Eva not wanting the children to go to Kenya's party and how Kenya is so damn offended by it. And it's just so stupid to Eva. And this is why I like Eva, because Eva, in my opinion, represents, I know we're not going here with this bullshit. I know, you know, you ain't really mad about that. This is stupid. You know, then she ended up getting on Porsha. Like, why is Porsha telling Kenya this type of shit? You know, she needs to be worried about Dennis and his philandering ways and him cheating and him doing all the shit that he's doing. And they actually, the two of them have gotten into it, you guys, on social media. I've seen it. And a fan got involved saying, well, Porsha, you unfollow Eva. I think it's really stupid. Porsha, you started everything. And you could have just kept your motherfucking mouth shut. I love when Eva said, honey, I don't know Kenya's middle name. Hell, I don't even know Kenya's real eye color, honey. The shade of it all, honey. Because we know Kenya Moore, honey, wears color contact lenses. So I love the shade. Eva, you go, girl. So the last scene is the last scene. We got Porsha. She is on the phone with her sister, letting her know she's on the way to go to counseling with Dennis. I guess he's going to meet her there. Long story short, she ends up getting there. They end up talking to the counselor. Dennis admits to having sex with another woman while Porsha was pregnant. Porsha, this is not good at all. Like I said, the relationship is really just starting. And then you got to think he cheated on you at one of the most vulnerable points in your life. And this is, unfortunately, you guys, what a lot of these men do that are wonderful providers. They got the money, they got the businesses, but they don't know how to be faithful. They don't have any morals or any values. And Porsha, you really need to leave this relationship alone. I really do feel, you guys, the longer she stays in it, the worse it's going to get. At first, I liked Dennis a little bit. He was starting to grow on me. He was really laid back. He allowed Porsha to be who she is, but you're doing too much, like y'all ain't even that far in and you having sex with other women and shit. So far we learned it's just one woman, but it's just, it's just too much for Porsha, you guys. I felt really bad for her because when she got home, she's crying to her sister. I felt really bad for Porsha. But Porsha, honey, you can't be sleeping with him when he done fucked up like this because he gonna keep doing this type of shit. I need you to be strong for a little Pilar. And, they end up going back down memory lane of how she got with Dennis. Everything was so perfect. She told him, she was pregnant and, they went to the baby's ultrasound to see what they were having, him, patting her belly and shit, him proposing, they play all those memories. And it's really sad, that all of this blew up in Porsha's face like this. So I do have a heart, you guys. I do feel bad for my girl, but Porsha, I'm going to need you to make some better decisions. And right now, you're not handling this situation the right way. I really do think you need to leave Dennis alone. Because you are like really hurt and distraught. And I mean, rightfully so, you guys. What do you guys think she should do? You think she should try to work it out with her child's father? Do you think this shit is forgivable? Do you think she should just collect the child support? Y'all know how Miss Robinson thinking. I'm thinking about that coin going to get his ass on child support. We'll see how nice he's being then, honey. Okay? But I wouldn't be bothered with it, honey. She just basically ended up crying, to her sister. Her sister is a really good listener. So really touching scene, really sad. But that's all I have to say, you guys, about this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.